Hello, my name's Shell. Welcome to my channel where I'm documenting my weight loss using the Weight Watchers 2025 programme. I haven't done a video for 2 weeks. I'll tell you about that shortly. I wanted to get this one done today, but I am very short on time. This is the only time I could get to do the video today. I've got shopping coming shortly and then 2 phone calls to make, and then by the time I've done tea and tidied up, and tonight, well, every Tuesday night I do crosswords with my friends. I know, it doesn't sound very exciting, but we enjoy it and we've done it for years. A group of us get together and do crosswords together. Never say we don't know how to have wild parties. So what I'm going to do today, just in case the shopping arrives, is I'm going to do the weigh-in first and then explain to you what's been happening the last couple of weeks. And if the shopping comes whilst I'm doing the video, I'll have to say a quick goodbye and see you next week. But I'll try and get in what I can before it arrives. So the first thing I'm going to do is weigh in. I'm just going to wake it up. When I weighed in 3 weeks ago, I weighed 9 stone. Oh, I wish I won 9 stone. I weighed 10 stone 9¼ pounds, and I have had a gain since then. So I'll just find out what that is, and then we can talk about it.
10 stone 12¼ pounds.
So 10 stone 12¼ pounds. So I've had a gain of £3 since the last time we spoke. It's been a very difficult 3 weeks and we've had several problems. I think other people will be in a similar boat, or they'll know what it's like. I've certainly been through it before, where I have parents who are in their 90s and they are of an age where they wouldn't like me to discuss their life and their problems on social media, so I'm not going to do that. But they are at a point where they are living at home, but over the last 3 weeks several times we've reached crisis point and then it's sort of been pulled back and they've managed to get on again. And it's been very stressful for everybody and quite upsetting as well. And I basically just haven't been bothering with Weight Watchers during this time. I don't think I've counted a point up until yesterday. It's all been very stressful. But the last few days have been better. They seem to have got over a couple of things that were going wrong. And they've had different treatments, and the last 3 or 4 days have been much better. It's often during the night where they're experiencing their problems, and I've been finding myself waking up at night and just lying there thinking what's happening. I wish I could know what was going on, whether I need to be worrying or not, and ringing up first thing in the morning, you're always wondering what's the news. Is it a good night, a bad night? And I think if you've been through it before, you'll know what it's like. But anyway, for now, the last few days, everything's settled down. I also had a tooth out. It was one of the back teeth, and it was a bit difficult. It did all come out, but she had to cut the gum a bit to get it out, so that was quite sore. And now I've got this little bone thing poking through. I don't know what it is. It's not a tooth. It feels like it's my it feels like it's my jawbone poking through. I don't know. Anyway, I consulted Dr. Google, and Dr. Google said that the skin will grow over it. But I'm trying to be very careful of what I eat as well. So, fortunately for me, about 10 days ago, the Health Summit started online. It's the plant-based weight loss health summit, and it's hosted by Chef AJ. I don't know if anybody else watches these. They've been on every year for about the last 7 years, and I always watch them. I love them. You can watch the videos for free, and then you can watch the replays over the next 24 hours of each day. But they give away the audio for free, which suits me because I'm not interested in the video. So each day you can just download the audios of the Health Summit. And they are fantastic, and it's been just come at the right time for me over the last 10 days to listen to these. They have 4 guests on every day for an hour each, and they are wonderful. All these people who've lost weight, and they tell you how they've done it, and they make it seem so doable. And it's just given me that thought, listening to these people every day, that I've got to get back to it, and I've got to start losing weight again and really getting more healthy, because I was eating a lot of junk, drinking too much as well in the evening, and just all round not doing a lot of exercise. And you know how, for me, things tend to spiral a bit when I get like this. I tend to not eat so good, which makes me not want to exercise, which makes me fed up, so I want to have a drink in the evening, which makes me not sleep well, so when I get up in the morning I feel worse, and I tend to spiral down a bit. But the last week, having these people, I've been listening to them in bed when I've been awake at night, and it's been a real inspiration, and it's made me want to get back to it. I did think last week, right, this is it, I'm going to get a healthy salad together, so I got a salad together and I was going to eat but with my tooth being so sore, I could only eat on one side of my mouth, and I thought, well, I'll be able to manage, but it was too painful. So I've been getting into now smoothies again, which we used to have a lot of years ago. I don't know why we don't now, it's just the effort of doing it, I think. So that's what we're going to be doing this week. In the shopping today, I've got plenty of bags of kale and spinach and fruit to go in. They do have to be pointed on Weight Watchers, as they do for Slimming World. If you blend fruit, it has to be pointed. And I do agree with this, because although in the smoothies I don't think they work out at very many calories, in my smoothie I have mostly kale, and then I usually have a quarter of a banana, quarter of an apple, and quarter of a bag of frozen fruit. So it doesn't actually come out to that many calories, and I usually say it's about 4 points, around about 3 or 4 points. I'm not sure how many Slimming World sins that would be, but if it was banana ice cream now, I can easily get down 3 or 4 bananas as banana ice cream, whereas I would only eat 1 banana. So I do understand why these things have to be sinned and pointed, and I do agree with it. So that's starting today. We had smoothies last week and we really enjoyed them. I'd forgotten how much I liked them. So until the tooth is better, the salads are going to be consumed as smoothies. And we've got lots of nice healthy food lined up for the week, and I am already feeling back on track and better. And as I say, the situation back at my mum and dad's seems to be better, and everything is looking up at the minute. So a £3 gain isn't too bad in the whole scheme of things. It could have been a lot worse. We did go out for a meal as well. Yes, we don't tend to go out for meals, but we got bought a voucher at Christmas from our next door neighbour for a nice posh vegan restaurant in Chester. I think the last time we went out for a meal was when we went to Bangor, which was about 7 years ago. That's the last time we went out in the evening on our own for a meal. It must have been about 7 years ago. So this was a real treat for us, and we probably, well, no, not probably, we wouldn't have done it if we hadn't have been bought a voucher to go. But we went and we did have a nice time, and it was something, I think Andy thought it would go then and it would cheer me up, feeling a bit down. And we did have a nice meal. I had, it was the sort of place where you get little plates of things rather than one big meal. So the man who served us suggested the Brussels sprouts side dish, so I thought I would have that. And it was very nice, but it was deep fried sprouts. I don't know if you've ever tried deep fried Brussels sprouts, but they were lovely. But man, did they taste fattening. They really did. And they had sesame tahini foam on the top, which only added to, I dread to think how many calories. You would never believe you could get that many calories into a Brussels sprout dish. But it was nice. I don't think I would eat it again, but it was nice. And we did have this cheesecake afterwards as well, and cocktails, so we really did push the boat out, and it was really nice. We don't tend to eat meals out very often, as I say, even in the daytime. I think last year I totalled up, we had 5 meals out last year and 1 takeaway. So it's not something that we do very often, so when we do, we really enjoy it. I don't think I have any other news really, except that next week will be my first weigh-in, my monthly roundup, which I'm never going to lose the 2.5 pounds that I really wanted to lose each month. So I think this month I'm just going to have to get to the end of next week and start it off as a new month. But all in all, I'm quite pleased that I only put £3 on. I think it possibly was a little bit more this time last week, or the end of last week, because I've been back on track for a few days now. But I am feeling so much better. And hopefully I'll be losing for next week. Well, I hope so anyway. I can't go in the other direction anymore. So let me know in the comments down below how you've done. I'm glad to have got this video finished before the shopping arrived. Let me know how you got on in the comments below. Have you been losing? Have you been gaining? Have you had a good week or a bad week? Let me know, and I look forward to seeing you, and hopefully you'll see less of me, hopefully, next week. Take care everybody. Bye!